You're watching Arkansas Style on KARK.
As we're about ready to pivot out of 2025 and get into 2026, many of you are looking to up your fitness goals. Well, I'm at the perfect place. I'm here at Jazzercise with Heather Abbott. What are we teaching today?
Well, today we are going to work on our shoulders. Okay. Because they do so much for us during the day. They carry a lot of our tension, for one, right? We kind of keep them up near our ears, which is not where they need to be. But we want to keep them strong so that as we're doing things throughout the day, we have plenty of movement and flexibility to do that. So this is a muscle that we really want to keep training and strengthening as we age. Okay, so we're going to grab our weights. So our muscles in our shoulder, we have your deltoid muscle and you have your rotator cuff. A lot of athletes are probably familiar with their rotator cuff. You hear them tearing their rotator cuff and that sort of thing. So all these muscles work together to do several things. They lift our arm in different planes of motion. And you think of all the ways during the day that you lift your arm to do things. So if you don't have strong muscles in your shoulder, it really can have an impact on your quality of life. So let's look at some ways that we can strengthen those. That's fun. Okay. So the first one is an upright row. So you just kind of anchor your body. And again, before you start working your shoulders, think about where they are. If they're up here by your ears, they need to come down. I see a lot of people working their shoulders and their shoulders are already lifted. Relax the body, pull your shoulders down, and then let the muscle work. So an upright row is just you're sliding the weight straight up like it's going up a ladder and lowering it back down. So a good way to warm up those shoulders for work.
Wow, this feels great.
Upright rows are great. Get a little back.
When you have that tension in your shoulders, this is a nice way.
And remember, we've talked about that a tight muscle is a weak muscle. So if you have a lot of tension, you've got weak muscles, we need to strengthen them.
Okay.
So besides an upright row, we reach overhead. We reach forward and to the side a lot, so you want to lift to the front. Great forward raise is working the deltoid and the rotator cuff muscles. And then especially to the side. So if you lift out to the side. For some people, that's a little difficult. And if that is difficult, you can bend the arm and lift like that. That's a great modification. Until you can get to where you can lift out to the side.
Okay.
So good modification. So anything where the shoulder is lifting in any plane and range of motion is a great way to work the shoulder muscle. And then of course, one of my favorites is the overhead press. So just taking the weight and pressing overhead. We always want to be able to lift our arms above our head. You know, go through your day and think about how many times you lift your hands overhead. It's quite a lot for some people. So you want to be able to maintain that range of motion and strength. So those are some of my favorite ways to work the shoulder muscle and keep it healthy and engaged in everything you're doing.
So many of our friends at home, are seated a lot during the day. Maybe it's a mobility issue or maybe it's just work. This feels like it would be a good exercise that we could do seated as well.
Absolutely.
What would be our posture, feeding on the floor, what have you, if we wanted to do that
so if you wanted to do this in a chair, you would sit to where you're still safely seated on the chair, but both feet are flat on the floor. And then you would just want to lift up tall and again pull your shoulders down. And you could do all these same movements sitting in a chair. Absolutely. And that's a great way to still get some exercise in if you are someone that has limited mobility. Chair exercises are amazing.
This might sound like an obvious question, but can we do these effectively without using weights?
So for some people, if they have enough weakness that just to lift their arm is challenging. And so absolutely working through that range of motion, this kind of pulls my physical therapy hat on now, but if you're working through that range of motion, then that's a benefit. And as soon as you can work through the full range of motion and it's pain-free, then try to add in some resistance. And that's a great way to just slowly build some muscular endurance.
I like to remind and brag on you a little bit because you are, of course, so much more than a friend and an exercise, expert, owning your own business. This is your background. This is your education. Remind everybody about some of that journey.
Oh gosh, yes. I started out as a physical therapist and did a lot of rehabilitation And I just really developed a passion for the fitness aspect of it. When you see some people age better than other people age, and exercise is a huge part of that. And so I just really believe in the philosophy that if you stop moving, you're going to stop moving. And so we have to keep our bodies going. We have to, you know, do strength training, we have to walk, and we have to do cardio, and we have to do all these things. And so I think that passion for fitness just developed when I was a physical therapist, and I just like to continue to bring that to my customers now.
Yeah, and lastly, for folks who have not come out and enjoyed one of your classes, you know, I want them to know how inclusive it is. You have literally every shape, size, and age.
We do. We are just a welcoming community of women, and we have ladies of all ages and of every decade. And that's the great thing, is it's just a community of ladies, and we're just all wanting to have fun together, to build relationships, and to stay physically fit and moving. And so that's what we try to do here, is just incorporate fun into your fitness routine.
Well, let's remind everybody, especially with the new year coming,
absolutely.
How they can come join the class.
Absolutely. So you can download our app, you can go to our website, and if any of that is challenging, you can just walk in the door and we will greet you and get you all set up here in person. We always have a 2-week offer for $59 that you can come as many times as you want for $59 in 2 weeks, and that gives you a chance to get to know us really well, and us a chance to get to know you and your goals. And hopefully you fall in love with it and you stay.
Give your girlfriend, mother, sister, wife the gift of fitness and, of course, friendship. Heather, thanks for having us out.
Thank you.
Be sure to come check them out here at Jazzercise on Rodney Parham Road. Now, coming up, a few minutes of clarity amid the chaos. We're learning how to reconnect, let go of pretense, and find your fastest way back to what truly matters. Stay with us. You're watching Arkansas Style.